Good day, everybody. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, as you can see, I got my 2003 Jeep TJ that has a 4.8 LS swap motor, sitting on 35s, Ford 8.8 rear end, trussed front and rear. But today's video, we're gonna build an air up tool to air up all four of my 35-inch tires at the same time. I'm going to tell you right now, people are selling these kits for an insane amount of money. I'm going to show you how you can build your own for under a couple $100. And these are all the parts you're going to need. I got air hose 3/8. I got some clamps right here. 3-way manifold. I have the manifold block right here that we're going to tie everything into. Whole bunch of random brass fittings. These are my air chucks that I'm going to be using. Along with the air chucks, I got valves because once you pull these off, air is going to keep coming out, and then turn the valves on and off. I got a pressure gauge. This is going to be very simple. And you're going to be able to air up all four tires at the same time. Just makes things a whole lot easier. First thing I'm going to do is assemble the airline fittings, air chuck, valve, and then nipple. So on the floor, I just laid out 11 feet. Just goes past the tire because we have to go past the tire and loop up. And then we're going to go a T and then probably 20 inches to go into the tire, and we're going to do that times 2 for both sides, and then we're going to come around to the front. And that's where this hose cutter comes in handy. Bought it a few years ago. Excellent. Well, that's my length I need. So I'm going to cut it. Take my hose. Easiest way instead of measuring it back out. Go like this. And then we're going to cut it again. Right where we need it. So now I can start building. Put my special clamp on. My first piece. Put it up there. And I'm using a 17mm clamp. Squeeze that tight. We got one end. And we're going to come down to here. Grab another 17mm. And I should have some T's. Yeah, got my T right there. Feed that on, clamp it. These ones here, I marked and cut at 30 inches, and these are going to connect to that T fitting, and these are gonna go to the second set of tires in the front or rear, depending on how you're gonna fill it up. And this is going to complete the circuit for all four tires. Got our valve on. Put our clamp. Go to our T. And then get out of the way. Going to clamp that again right there. Done. So for the last section, actually kind of threw me off guard because I got my manifold here. And believe it or not, this manifold isn't MPT. It's actually ORB fittings, which is a straight thread and an O-ring. Basically ORB fitting, O-ring boss. So I couldn't use an MPT. So because of that, it has the M-style fitting for my second part of the manifold that has the liquid filled gauge. I have to use that fitting. And I have an air valve so I can turn it off, because once I crack this one, it's just going to purge all the air. And then the final fitting, this one right here, which will go into my ARB fitting underneath the hood. We're almost at the end, so I'm going to measure 7 feet. Actually, I'm just going to go 6 feet. I'm going to go 6 and we're going to cut it. And I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to put those 2 sections right up top. Then I got 2 more. I'm just going to cut right in half. Perfect. So we got the other end of that T, and we're going to plug into there and grab my clamp. These ear clamps are totally the way to go for this. And then on the opposite end, I got my hose barb and this right here. I'm gonna squeeze it on there. And then we're gonna clamp that as such. Perfect. So I got the second last leg to build, and that's going to be attached to this middle piece right here. And what I'm doing is that I got a little tire valve on there, because the air compressor that I bought, the secondary one that I use, will connect to this, to the hose barb, and then hose barb to airline fitting goes in there. Tighten those up and attach it to the hose. Grab my hose. Put my clamp on, get the one end in. I should actually just put a little bit of grease on them just to make them go in a little bit smoother. Then we're going to crimp that nice and tight. Just gonna grab things go on way easier with lube. There we go, so much easier. And I'll crimp that. Done. You see, that's gonna connect, plug up in there. This one here's tight. 2 more fittings. Get a little bit of grease on there. Perfect. And clamp. Same with this back side here. Self-ejected. Perfect. Now that we got the Arab tool completed, we need to take it outside and test it. We want to test it to make sure that there's no big leaks. Leaks that I got to overcome what we're pumping in. Everything's hooked up, bright orange. Secondary compressor, ARB compressor. We just gotta start the Jeep, have it idle because using both compressors, that's gonna be a lot of amperage. Let's get this going. And here it is here. Got everything packed up in an ammo crate. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is super quick and easy to make. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot. Take care, everybody.